All right, first grade. So today, Monday, May 11th, your math task is called Spaghetti Spill. And this one has just one part to it, but you do have to explain your answer in words and use an equation to show your thinking. So I do need to see the number sentence. I need to see a picture if that helps you, and I need to see your words explaining your thinking. So the problem says, Janice dropped spaghetti sauce on her math paper. What do you think is under the sauce she dropped? So on her paper, you can still see 32 minus, and then the next part got smudged with the spaghetti sauce. So we don't know that missing number. But the answer is 14. It says it equals 14. So I want you to be creative. You figure out a way to solve what could possibly be under that spaghetti sauce that she dropped. So use a picture, draw models, do whatever you need to do to try to solve that problem. Parents, please, please, please let your child explore and experiment with how they solve this problem. You think of the correct answer and have that in your brain, but just see if your child can get there on their own. Even if it's not how you would get there, let them productively struggle through this. They may get it right away, and they may take 10 minutes and still not quite know how to get there. So if they're still struggling after a few minutes, after maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and they're just not making any progress, then maybe give them some strategies they could use, but don't just lead them to the answer. Lead them to a solution of how they could get there, and then let them try that strategy. So, do your best to try to find that missing number, that unknown number, and then explain your thinking. So after you have solved it and your parents say, yes, that's the correct number that's missing, you've got your pictures, you now have the number, then explain it with your words, your thinking and how you got there. Parents, I will put an answer key on Class Dojo. It is not going to be a cut and dry answer key. It will be my thinking, or maybe a few strategies that I think my first graders would attempt to use. But overall, as long as your child is getting the correct answer and their explanation makes sense in their thinking how they got there, then that is perfectly fine. It will just be there as a guide in case that's how they're thinking. So once you finish this math task, then you are going to watch lesson number 4 on the PBS math lessons. So after you watch the math lessons, you will come back to your math packet that I printed for you, and you have 3 problems, 3 word problems they want you to work out. And these are adding within 10 using number bonds. So they're going to explain that in the PBS lesson. We've talked about it in class, but just listen to another teacher re-explain it, review it with you, and then come back and solve these 3 problems. So parents, I will put the answer key to this on Class Dojo, but today I just want you to listen to that PBS lesson and then let your child try to solve these 3 problems.